Uh, Hello and welcome to Suncorp Stadium, Monday Night Football. The Battle of Brisbane is back, baby, and it is the Brisbane Broncos taking on the Dolphins. I'm a member of the SRL Commission, Will Kay, joined by the one and only Snicker Babro, who's going to be playing mic'd up tonight for a very exciting clash to finish off your Monday night. Snicko, how are we feeling going into this one?
Yeah, ready to ride a Bronco tonight. Giddy up.
And you know, the riding expert, Snicker Babro, ready to go tonight. And historically, this clash always has been a close one. So I expect nothing different tonight as these two teams, I'm sure they are here to excite. In fact, both times these two teams have played and fought each other, it has been 32-24, the exact score. So if you want to make it a trifecta and have that exact scoreline, Snicko, that is that's a very interesting thing that you could be doing tonight.
Is it?
Yes, as long as you lose. Anyway, here we go. There's Levi Raymond kicking off. And Snow collecting it. Give it to Yigal Markazi. And so far, his move to the props has been industrious to start this season. Has been really solid there for the Dolphins. Snicker, what inspired this move? And do you think that this is going to be a long-term space for Yigal?
Well, in the off-season, we did some thinking at the Dolphins. Wasn't about the SRL, so when we got back to the SRL, I had to pull some things out of the backside. And yeah, Yigal a prop. It's been a long time coming. If you saw last week, he had the try assist and the try in his back 15 minutes, and he did a similar thing against the Bulldogs in round 2. So he's got the pedigree, and it would just be if he can maintain this as the season goes on. And all things are pointing to the yes at the moment.
No, big words from the captain as a kick goes down to the wing of Dylan Sharp. He breaks through the line early, tries to take on Matangi down the sideline, but he gets cut off there. And Sharp playing the ball now. They go out to left. Lewis goes to Raymond as he's brought down the tackle. That'll be the second. As the Broncos now just looking to make the most. Sharp has set him up well here. He's thrown a ball, but it's a knock on. Bad hands there. Just tried to push the pass, Dylan Sharp. Just come loose. Unfortunate result. But now the Dolphins looking forward to this set as they look to close in for the first time in the Broncos half.
Yeah, I looked up and saw Yigal and got nervous. Not the first man, won't be the last.
That's Hugh Snow playing the ball. They go to the right. Now it's Cooper Speedman spreading it to Matangi. He isolates Lewis. Now he cuts around. Brought down by Chaz Dingo eventually his third tackle. Quick play the ball from Matangi. They go to left. Snow goes for the pass. The cut out to Segarini as he just drives the legs to the second rower. Brought down about 5 meters out on the left side of the field. They go to Snow. Inside ball to Wells now, as he'll be brought down. A few meters out rather, as Diab assisting in that tackle. They go to the right. It's going to be Hugh Snow. He can go himself. Puts it for Matangi. But now it's going to be O'Shea Ole. An air swing from Matangi. And the star halfback, O'Shea Ole, scoring the Dolphins' first points.
Yeah, King Tyler, not sure what he was doing. Looks like he grounded that, but O'Shea Ole, Johnny on the spot to clean up there. We'll take him however we can get him. Sometimes
just missed it completely.
The ball bounces your way, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Hugh Snow could have scored that. Matangi could have scored that. But O'Shea Ole, the man to actually end up with the points next to his name in the end. A good play there from the Dolphins, and it was all after that error from Dylan Sharp, just trying to do a little bit too much too early as the Broncos, they looked to regroup after that one. They had a good first defensive set here against the Dolphins, so it really was just a bit of misfortune that let the Dolphins get the upper hand, but we're only 4 minutes in. It's very early days, and I think that the Broncos, they have every chance here of turning this around in this next set.
We're racing the clock here, Will. It's exciting.
Well, I guess that is true. You could say that. I'm not too sure whether you'll remain to race the clock, but if you do, props off to you. And here we go. A big hit.
That's illegal.
Yigal Markazi. Oh, play on, I reckon. That is absolutely fine. I'm happy with that. Eddie Oliver getting out to Simon Hunt through the middle. Back in the lock spot, Simon Hunt. He's been in and out of lock for most of his career, moving in between the second row and the lock. And we know captain, very happy as Jordan Lewis whacked in the tackle there by Snicker Balbroa. They play the ball inside the 10. Now goes to Anthony Lee in the left second row. Fourth tackle there is the Broncos. Play it out. Eddie Oliver goes to the short ball. Jack Carl puts it to Justin Plays, who puts it straight into the goalpost pads. A knock on, and a try goes begging there for the Broncos.
Yeah, one big hit all. I'll be counting.
We know you will. Just an ego thing, I think, for you, Snicker, as Segarini.
Purely ego.
Brought down. You can't spell Yegor without ego, so you're probably counting his as well, are you?
Well, he actually he got whacked. So I counted his against, as always, carrying Igor.
Oh, okay. As Almatangi. So now it's 0-0 again.
1-1, Will.
1-1.
I know counting is hard for some of us, but counting to one should be all right.
Never mind. As I go, Cooper Speedman. Oh, and it's a fantastic try. Down the sideline, he dances, and Speedman, well, it's in the name, he speeds away.
Yeah, I thought he was very stiff last year to get snubbed for Rookie of the Year, Cooper Speedman. And that's an outrageous try from him. Hey, look, we're racing the clock again.
Screamer. You are racing the clock. This could be detrimental. Now, the Broncos testing facility said to have not expected this scenario to pan out the way it has so far. And there you go. Wells putting that one just to the left side of the posts. And that will actually tarnish your race against the clock, Snigo.
Yeah, I think one thing you can notice, it looks like the wind's behind us at the moment. Both the kicks have faded towards the opposition goal line. So hopefully we can make the most of this first half.
And hopefully you'd think you get Hugh Snow, Oshaola, just getting in there, putting some big kicks in and just trying to drill it down to the other side of the field, maybe some 40-20s. The Broncos must have lost the toss because there's no other reason you'd be running against the wind. It'll be a hard first half here, so they really just got to stick to their game through the middle and try and grind it out with their forwards. They have got some classy forwards, but it's going to be a tough competition because the Dolphins very similar caliber of forwards. Maybe not in height, but in quality.
Class.
No, probably just quality, I'd say. There's not much class going on. As it goes, a Speedman again. Here's the danger man. Will he get chased down? Yes, he will, but he gets all the way to the 10-metre mark as the Dolphins knocking on the door once more. It's a great tackle there from Eddie Lewis. Almatangi steps, and they're in again. The Dolphins, well, they must be wearing all watches because they know exactly what time it is. It's try time.
Yeah, look, this is pretty outrageous. King Tyler doing exactly what he does best, but Cooper Speedman had the big break in the set to set us up. Yeah, you don't get starts like this too often. Hopefully we can capitalise.
Yeah, this is getting a bit nutty at the moment. I'm not too sure what you lot have been eating, but it's obviously working for the Dolphins as Wells. He'll put that one over and making it 16-0 here. The Dolphins up 10 minutes in. The Broncos scrambling for a solution.
Yeah, shell-shocked is what I hear around the ground at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, a big split, obviously, in the supporters. It's almost 50-50, you'd think, just looking around the crowd. And the Broncos fans, just right now, heads hung low.
Not the normal way horses are hung.
I'm not really sure how to respond to that on air. Snicker Balbroa playing the ball. They go to Lachlan Cox. Talking about hung. Playing the ball 25 metres out now. They go Oshaole. Hugh Snow. Just going down the left side of the field is just getting a bit more tame here in the attack, the Dolphins. And the forward pass there. Charles, you've messed up there.
Chucky.
Chuck, that's not good. He's chucked it forward as the Broncos now with an opportunity to score, and if they could score here, that will do them a great deal of confidence and really bring this game just back into their sights. As Lewis now goes to Diab. Pushing forward as he's back at the Broncos once more. Okay, Diab back into the first grade after some time in the mines. As Anthony Lee goes out to the left. It's going to be a pass. No, Lewis held up there. And he's going to be over the line. Referee Riley Murray sending this one upstairs. I've got to be honest. I'm very glad that Riley Murray got some laser removal of his tattoos because that big one on his neck was just atrocious. So
It was a monstrosity, wasn't it?
it was, as was most of what he had going on. As Jack Carl puts the kick up high. Who's going to be underneath? It looks like Amatangi's there, and it's well taken. It's Eddie Oliver. Lock it in, Eddie, as he scores a try.
Yeah, not the usual way you see Eddie Oliver score a try, but I guess nicely placed kick from Jack Cahill. Relied on that wing just to swing it back towards Broncos slightly, and the error costly.
And he's just had a great jump there to get over Amatangi and take it like that. That is really going in all heart there from Eddie Oliver. And the Broncos now, you think Raymond puts this one over to make it 6-16, 10 points of difference, and all of a sudden a lot more manageable. They just haven't had much of the ball, and that's really what's been killing them. So maybe they could take this opportunity to get the ball, have some possession going their way, and then try and build some momentum here.
Yeah, I think they've had 3 sets, the Broncos. They incompleted their first one with Dylan Sharp, and then 2 line attack sets they've had. So we yet to really see him do any yardage work. So it'll be interesting how they go here.
It sure will be. And, with not much time left for the 2 props in Coda Diab and Jordan Lewis, you think they'd be really trying to... Never mind. Diego sits one down. 2-1 is the score in the big hits columns. That is Snicko's favourite part of the game, as Eddie Lewis. And Snicko, if a prop drives and just makes a defender go flying, does that count as one as well?
Defense orientated at the fins.
Okay. Clearly after last season's grand final. As Jordan Lewis...
I think we were actually the best defensive team last season.
Actually, I think you were, so that is very fair. As Coda Diab brought down. And just past the halfway line as the Broncos able to get it about 5 metres away from the line. Jack Carl putting the kick down to Jackson Chapman. As here he goes, Jackson Chapman, he takes off. He's got a bit of pace here. And Eddie Oliver, the one to take him down. But that's a great run. And the Dolphins starting their set in the opposition half, but only just. As they go, O'Shea Ole spreads it out to Yigo Markazi, who drives it forward there, and Hugh Snow. Sorry, Simon Hunt. Wrong team, just same headgear. Simon Hunt bringing him down. Now they go to the right. O'Shea Ole goes to Kieran Wells. Brought down there. 30 metres out now as the Dolphins. They're knocking on the door once more. Cox. He goes to Anthony Boom. Anthony Boom just going down the sideline and brought down by Dingo. And a penalty there from Chaz Dingo. The Dolphins are going to tap here and go for 4 more points to try and continue their race against the clock here.
Yeah, we've just been beaten briefly, but I sense points.
Comeback season. And they go Snicker Bell.
Very
close to the line, but no, he's short. They've brought him down short there. And
there's got to be an investigation.
If he wasn't so short, he would have made the line. As it goes, Kieran Wells offload to Hugh Snow. He's swarmed upon by the Broncos. As Hugh Snow playing it, Chuck goes to the left. It's Speedman, darts a ball out to Marcus Square, but he's tackled there. It's tremendous from Eddie Lewis. And it was definitely a forward pass, but we're not going to talk about that.
I scored.
You were short.
I think
touched the line there as well.
I think that's just been 2 robberies, but good defense by the Broncos.
Very good defense. We're not going to talk about the referee, as we know. Oh, that's a dog's breakfast there from Hugh Snow. Great defense there from the Broncos as they get the ball in the turnover. And all that pressure just gets released in one simple fumble.
Yeah, should have cranked up twice, but unfortunately, yes. I'm on the commission now. I can look into these things.
No, you can't. It's going to be Eddie Oliver playing the ball. Simon Hunt. Oh, good pass there to Anthony Lee. As he gets through the line. Oh, a good flick back to Jordan Lewis. As the Broncos now with some offloading and some ball playing. Just trying to get around this Dolphins defense. As now it's going to be a Coda Diab. A straight hit up through the middle and kept on driving all the way past the halfway line. Sticker our bro, bringing him down eventually with Chuck Rossini. As they go, Raymond now goes to Chaz Dingo. And just past the 40. He'll play the ball to the fullback. Raymond puts into the corner of Jackson Chapman. Their line looks a bit disorganised here, and he goes straight through. It was very disorganised. Dingo's the last chance. Can he get to Chapman? And yes, he can. Brings him down. But that's only the first, and Jackson Chapman, he has been let loose by the Broncos. And it's a falcon there from Lachlan Cox. Very lucky. As the Dolphins maintain possession. They go to the left. Segarini coming across from the left side of the field to take that hit up. Third tackle now. They go to Ole. He spreads it to Schrodinger as the subs making their way on the field for the Dolphins. It's Lennox Prakash and Liam Schrodinger. As they go Segarini running forward. Continues to drive the legs and brought down just a few meters short now. Can Hugh Snow executing this last one? They've got to play down the left side. He's going to put it on the ground. It's going to be Amatangi. He steps on the inside, but there's a lot of Broncos defenders there. Coda Diab, Simon Hunt making the tackle, and the Dolphins held out there.
Yeah, good place to turn the ball over. 5 meters out from their line, stops the kick return. I think, yeah, unfortunately, the Lachlan Hawks Falcon robbed us a bit of momentum. That is his bread and butter, getting off a Jackson Chapman line break. We see a lot of tries that way, but unfortunately, yeah, bit of a miscommunication between the winger and him. The Broncos, Lennox Prakash goes 3-1. Yeah, I was about to say the Broncos have a big effort here. Lennox Prakash has been in some good form off the bench. Hopefully he can continue it.
Yeah, good stuff there from Lennox, just putting a massive shot on. And right now, I think just him alone is going to really bring a lot of class to this Dolphin side. And maybe they're going to be able to out-polish the Broncos, who've got Nathan Macquarie and Riley Holmes coming off the bench. Now, Riley Holmes, a decent player. Nathan Macquarie, well, there's always that one kid that you just kind of let hang around you. Just because
Nathan Macquarie plays like he looks.
That's Nathan Macquarie. Exactly. I don't think Nathan Macquarie scored a try yet, so maybe tonight will be the first. As Lennox Prakash playing the ball. They go to the left. Now it's Hugh Snow. Goes to Tyler Amatangi. He steps again. Amatangi just going through the line and making his way to the 30. Third tackle there as the Dolphins play the ball out to the right. Hugh Snow gets the ball to Lennox Prakash. He just tries to push forward. Defense able to stop his destructive nature there for a second. Oshaole takes the line on himself through the middle. He'll be out for the final play here for the Dolphins as they play the ball 15 out. Hugh Snow in the pocket. It hits Liam Schrodinger. Will he be the one to kick it? He'll do absolutely nothing there, and that's another butchery on the last.
Yeah, Schrodinger's cat unfortunately cannot kick the ball. Not a great finish to the set from the Dolphins. I think that's our 2 out of 3 of our last sets. We haven't finished greatly. Luckily, our midfield defense has been pretty strong so far. If we can continue that, we can hopefully get a few more kick chances.
Yeah, hopefully. As Hunt plays the ball. Ooh, pass goes to players. Now to Dingo. He steps around. So that'll be the third tackle. The Broncos. Oh, bit of a weird one there from Eddie Oliver, but it works as Anthony Lee now through the line. Takes on Matangi, his 4th tackle, and they're almost at the red zone here. The Broncos, they're just a bit of a sneak attack down the left side here. They go to Chaz Dingo, and he didn't have anyone with him. Corey Bell, nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen this season. As Bell gets the ball out to Eddie Oliver. He puts the kick in, comes off Schrodinger's foot. Not played out, says referee, as Jack Carl gets the ball eventually and brought down. A handover there on the last.
Yeah, Anthony Lee with a nice run there. If you rewind that, we won't, I suppose. But one of our players just caught behind the play. And yeah, great play from Eddie Oliver to spot it. And then Anthony Lee made the most of it. Now just to roll our sleeves up.
Yeah, a lot more expansive attack now from the Broncos that we've been seeing the last couple sets. And they're just looking back to their best, slowly but surely getting into this game as the Dolphins well and truly getting beaten by the clock. It's a bit of a thrashing at the moment, actually, between the clock and the Dolphins scoreline. So, unfortunately, I think you're not going to be able to come out on top in this one, Snicko.
Yeah, the clock always wins.
As Oshaole put in the kick in. As Bell hasn't had many opportunities tonight, and here he makes the most of it. Actually, I don't know if we've seen a Bell kick return so far, so good few meters there for Corey Bell, finding his way back on the wing. Oh, as Nathan Macquarie just puts a bump on and almost goes straight past. Brought down.
Yeah, I think that was just our second yardage kick like that of the game. The first one to Dylan Sharp. Oh, Schrodinger, 4-1, Welsh away.
Oh, Wells just making his way downfield, 20 metres out now. The Dolphins, they're setting up well for this set. As they go, they're dancing across the field. Prakash, he just tries to take a drive straight to the chest of Nathan Macquarie, who somehow wrestles him to the ground. They go to the left. Now it's going to be Segarini. Can't get the ball out to the left. As Segarini brought down. 5 metres out now. The Dolphins, they spread it. It goes. Snow met very nicely in the line there. Nathan Macquarie just rushing up and jamming in. As Rossini passes it to Segarini again. The crash play not working for the second time in this set alone. They go to Rossini. Now he goes out to Hugh Snow. Schrodinger driving for the line. Schrodinger crashes over. And Liam Schrodinger, has he gotten the ball down here? I think he has. As it goes up to the bunker. We won't know till we see.
Yeah, I think you saw twice there. We set up left shape of the post. Segarini with some crash balls and then tried to spread it right twice. So Chuck's identified something. He's tried to get the shape twice, and yeah, second time's a charm.
Yeah, good stuff there. Just going side to side, always a good strategy. Just ask Eddie Oliver, and if you're playing him a game of Rugby League Live 4 online, as the Dolphins looking to make it 22-6, 16 points up.
We're coming back clock.
30 minutes to the game.
Oh, Jesus.
Wellesley, he's gotten it in, but I think he may need a bit more practice, Nico.
Yeah, luckily at halftime, he will be done with the kicking.
Good. That is a very good thing. There's Raymond. Preparing to kick off. Woodsbore, and presumably he's gotten used to in this match.
I think that one thing to note is in the SRL, often teams have a lot of ball in the first half. Actually, similar to the Bulldogs Manly game last week, Bulldogs had so much ball and they just couldn't capitalise. And when Manly had the chance, they just jumped them and went away with it. So very pleased that when we've had the chances, we've taken our opportunities well, because this could swing in the second half. So you want a bigger buffer as you can get.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, okay. Interesting call there from the referee, letting that one play on. I thought that was almost certainly a knock-on.
Nah, sweet.
Okay. Well, thank you for clearing that up, Snicko. As Segarini. Just trying to peel away. Can't quite do so. They go to the right. It's going to be an early kick here from Kieran Wells. It's come off weirdly from the side of the boot as Chaz Dingo charges onto it and takes it nicely on the trot. As the Broncos. This will be a good opportunity, and if they can score points here, a 10-point deficit at halftime is looking a lot more favourable for them than the current situation. As Simon Hunt just going straight to the line, fends off one. I think it was Charles that got pushed off. As Hunt plays the ball. Oliver now goes to A-Lee. Keeps on pumping the legs. He's having a good game tonight, Anthony Lee, at this left second row, and I think that one really suits him. Oh my God, Nathan Macquarie in the way as usual. I mean, a big head, but not much inside of it.
Yeah, that one's pretty common for the number 8 or the number 14 in this case to make when they sweep and try and play a short side. Just a bit more experience for Nathan Macquarie, and maybe they'll be able to pull that off a little bit better.
I don't know if Nathan Macquarie will actually be able to get much more experience. I think that he actually may get axed by Jack Carl. As Tala Almatangi push back there. Third tackle. The Dolphins play the ball out to the left. It's going to be Kieran Wells. Goes to Segarini now. It's over the fourth. The Dolphins just a little bit more somber in this set. As Prakash able to drive big meters again. I want to see his halftime stats because he's had quite a few good runs. Hasn't had any line breaks, I don't think, yet, but
his first run, I think.
Meters. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Since his first run, I don't think he's had any line breaks yet. But he's had plenty of post-contact meters. So he's been a big driving force in just building some momentum for his team as Justin plays. Able to get a few meters after the contact. Oliver, now to Hunt. Going through the middle. It's Anthony Lee again, and Hunt has just been dishing him some great ball out to the left side all game so far. As Oliver goes to Carl. Inside ball to Hunt. He can't get anywhere. Wells able to tackle him well. Fourth tackle now. The Broncos just breaking into the opposition half as Holmes will take the ball. 40 metres out now, and they could kick into a corner here to really try and trap a Dolphin. You wouldn't go to... Yeah, okay. They will go to Jackson Chapman's wing. Wouldn't be my first choice, considering he's gotten a line break just about every time. And here's another one as Chapman able to get past one, brought down eventually by Carl. But you think eventually you just start kicking to Marcus Square.
Yeah, well, Chapman has been lethal probably this whole season. Even last season, he's really, really good. Marcus Square, of course, a new addition in his class as well. So whichever way they go, I think Marcus has 2 line breaks this game already. They're going to be in a bit of trouble if they don't sort of fix up their centres.
You know, it's been hard going for the edges for the Broncos. And here we go. A beautiful pass on the inside. Charles Rossini brought down by the big man Nathan Macquarie, but that was a great play there from Lachlan Cox. Now they go to the left. It's going to be Segarini. He pushes forward And 20 metres out, they could get a high ball here. Snow, if he's on his game, he could place this really, really well. They go to him. The 6 puts up the kick. Looks like it's going to be very close to this goalpost. In fact, it's going to hit the goalpost. And who's going to be there? Lachlan Cox dives over. Well, he took his time, didn't he? But the Dolphins in with another one. And Hugh Snow, absolutely perfect placement.
Yeah, great work from Hugh Snow. I do actually feel a little bit bad about that one. That's pretty unusual, the way that try scored. But Lachlan Cox, the best 12 in the competition, he was called last week, and I've been saying it for a couple of seasons. The man on the spot to make the most of that one.
I thought he dropped it there for a second, and I was worried.
Nah.
It looked like he did, but he managed to hold on to it. And yeah, I mean, Lachlan Cox, he has been absolutely class the last couple of seasons. Another well-deserved try there for him, and I dare say when Origin rolls around, he'll be yet again selected in that 12 spot for them.
Yeah, if Sonny puts him in the 11, I will end him. So please put him on the 12.
There you go, Levi Raymond now. We're going to kick off once more, and this is not looking good. About to go on a half-time, 22 points down the Broncos. I mean, I think plenty's about to be said at half-time in the sheds. But yeah, it's not looking good. The Dolphins looking very confident as they're about to walk in. As my cousin just taken a hit up. And I think really it is now the Dolphins' games to lose.
Oh, really?
To win as we'll go into half-time. Welcome back to SRL TV, here for your Monday Night Footy. It is Suncorp Stadium, the Brisbane Broncos taking on the Dolphins. An absolute thrashing in the first half here. 22 points of difference at half-time, with the Dolphins just putting on a bit of a clinic early on in the match. The Broncos just haven't been able to match it so far. It has been a one-sided show, but at half-time, the Broncos making some crucial changes. The biggest one perhaps being Corey Bell at fullback now. Snicko, how do you feel about going into the second half? Do we think that Corey's going to be getting involved? That's another big hit there.
That's 5-1. Thank you very much. Igor doing what he does best. Yeah, Corey Bell, class player. Pretty well rested because he barely touched it on the wing. Could have an impact. We kept Kaz Dingo pretty well contained. That was one of our objectives this week. So now we'll have to do the same for Corey.
Yeah, we will see whether Corey Bell can ring tonight. As Levi Raymond brought down their 4th tackle. As the Broncos. Not a bad start to their second half as they go inside. Beautiful pass there to Dylan Sharp, and he's brought down. 5th and last. As he'll be too far out to try an attacking kick of any sort. Raymond will have to punt it into the corner. And Jackson Chapman, another kick return for this man. He's had such a stellar first half. And another good start to his half there, just breaking the first contact. And, I mean, this man, he's the most dangerous winger, in my opinion, in the competition at the moment.
Yeah, 147 run meters at half time, 5 line breaks. Something's going very right for Jackson Chapman tonight.
Yeah, just an absolutely huge performance. And I think another thing to mention, one of the biggest stats from half time, with the Broncos only getting 32% of the ball. That is a staggering statistic, so they really haven't had much opportunity. And when they have had the ball, most of it's been down their own end. So the Dolphins, they've been great at building this pressure and maintaining this pressure. But the Broncos, they really need to use the wind that's behind them now to try and stage a comeback with some good ball. Oh, God.
Ding dong.
Ding dong. Well,
there's a good kick from Moshe Ole.
Yeah, it was a good kick.
I think you'd be hard pressed to keep me out of the New South Wales 7 this season if I have my say.
That was a line ball. Yes, I think you would. Moshe Ole. I don't really know. There's not really many halves in the Blues contention at the moment, especially with Daniel Hellier out. You know, I think he was in prime state for a 6 jersey, but I just don't think so anymore, Snicko, just because they're now playing lock and all that.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment on anything apart from pumping up my own players.
Says for cash. You just know for Blues 5-8. They got a Rossini, now to Marcuzzi. As he looks to crash over, but tackled well there. It's 5th tackle. Playing the ball, they go. Short pass out, Snow, can't get the ball away in time.
Yeah.
Wells
Some good Broncos defense there. Jumped up on him.
Good stuff. As now it's going to be Jordan Ford straight to the line. Oh, bumps off one. Does that count? Can that count? Because I think that
those ones don't count. We've had a couple of those.
I'm counting it. 5-2. There's going to be Matt Galaxy going out to Callum Murray. Stepping around one now.
I think you went to the Broncos sheds at halftime. Will. What was the talk?
Well, I actually can't repeat most of it. As we know, Jack Carl, a prolific foul mouth. But it did boil down to do better in pretty much all senses of the word. As, I thought Houston could have been away there, but no. Let's play on. But the defense need to be better. And when you have the ball, you need to hold on to it. You need to do the better with it. And that's another big hit there.
Out of the second row, baby.
Oh, no. Shell-shocked.
Igor makes people nervous. He makes me nervous.
I mean, the big man himself just... That is dangerous. What was the song again? Sorry, Snicko, that we had to sing?
Oh, he hasn't scored a try yet. We'll wait for him to score a try.
Oh, okay. Let's tell that Amatangi.
But yeah, Igor was actually very active at halftime. Kieran Wells ran in, said fins up. Osho Ole.
Brought down there, Simon Hunt, a great tackle there for him. Third tackle now. They go up to the left. Now it's going to be Wells. Wells shaping up, fends off one, straight past and straight in. Kieran Wells, a try of his own. And the Dolphins on the board again, first in the second half.
Yeah, well deserved from Wells. He's been plugging away in this lock roll for 5 weeks now without much reward. And yeah, straight past the fullback there. Great work.
Fends off Bell. Just walks past Simon Hunt. All too easy for him there, Kieran Wells. A good set of points there for him. As 32-6 the score. Ole almost promised to get this kick. And it's I'm gonna be honest, it's not looking good for the Broncos.
No, mate. Yeah, sorry. I'll go back to halftime. We walked in, everyone very happy. Wells walks in, says fins up. Igor says fins out and dropped his dacks. He said, well, we've got a half football to play yet. So, yeah, he's very ready for this game.
What the heck? Anyway, that's certainly interesting. Sounds like our halftime experiences were very different. Obviously, lots of glee in the Dolphins sheds. Nothing but a spray and lots of really, really bad words in the Broncos sheds. And so far, they have not met up to the standards that their captain has set for them. And I'll be honest, he has played fairly good tonight, Jack Carl, so far. He has set up their only try. So he's trying to lead by examples, but his boys, they're just not coming behind him and backing him up. There's going to be Marcus Square down the wing.
That made me nervous. Igor down the short side gives me PTSD.
A shack attack. Brought down there, the big man.
Yeah, they actually only call it the short side when Igor's there.
If Marcus Square is there, what do you call it?
Oh, party time.
Oh, okay, cool. As Ches Dingo playing the ball. Out to the left now goes Anthony Lee. Good ball out to Jack Carl and another good run there from the captain. As Almatangi cuts him off. There you go. Lee gets the ball away and he's had a good game tonight, Anthony Lee. I think props off to him. He has actually played very, very well. In a losing side, he has shone, I think. Do you agree, Snicko?
I think we'll have to wait and see how he goes the last 20 minutes. There's an APB out on his forehead.
Oh. That's not good. And that may be something that the commission does investigate, as Jack Carl puts a kick into the corner. And Chapman, I think that's the first time he's been caught on a kick return tonight.
Yeah, they've done well there. They got 3 to the tackle, which is what you need, especially in the form that he's in tonight.
Yeah, he hasn't scored yet, but it feels like he has already. So, you know, when that happens as a winger, you're having a good night. Oh, there's a high tackle. Must have
Watch it.
As Justin plays, taken off. Was that Lennox's head?
It was. That's my platinum. Thank you very much.
Deserved. If he comes back to the Blues, it's not deserved. As
I think he already has, hasn't he? I think he's EU Blues.
Oh, my bad, Lennox. Good to know that the Blues captain knows exactly what players are available for selection as they go. Oshaola out to the right. Katoni Boucher? Is it Boucher?
Boucher. Bobby Boucher, the water boy.
Like Bobby Boucher, okay. I wasn't sure. As it's going to be Lachlan Cox. Playing the ball. Short of the line here. As they go to the left, it's going to be Prakash. They're closing in the Dolphins' 4th tackle now. They're looking for more points to make it 40 and really challenge the clock once more. Just a bit of a comeback here. Shack attack. Brought down a good tackle there from Simon Hunt.
Weak.
Well, we knew that, didn't we? He's fifth and last. They go to the right. It's going to be Hugh Snow. A beautiful kick there. It's hit 4 different players, and Rossini comes up with it. Here's more points for the Dolphins, and it is Ricochet Central down there.
Yeah, not sure what the Broncos have done to curse this game for them. The goalpost has been our best friend, their worst enemy. That is a dead set schmozzle in the in-goal. Jordan Lewis, yeah, off his chest into the post. I think it was off the back of Tyler even. And then, yeah, Charles. I guess they just got the hunger at the moment, the Dolphins. They want the ball. What's the highest score in the SRL? Points per game.
Points per game, or do you mean like in a game?
One team scored. I know that we held it briefly last year and then it disappeared again. You
Most
guys
points
held it
in a
briefly
game
as
is
well.
60. Yes, we did. 60 in
Yeah,
one game.
I think 3 weeks in a row. It was used, then us, then Titans, I believe.
Knights now.
The Knights. That's right. They were good. Then they swapped Boston's to lock and through their finals.
Mm-hmm. That is what happens.
Good times.
Good times. And I apologise if anyone was able to read the lips there of Jack Carl just in that little huddle. Not very happy, obviously, with what's going on at the moment. Sticker Abroa couldn't be more gleeful, I don't think.
Our house, baby.
Well, it certainly could be. I don't want to get shot, so I'm not going to say anything. As Tyler Almatangi gets an offload away. Oh, and that was almost forward, you'd think, but Oshaole able to be tackled there. Anthony Lee coming across. Good cover defense as they go. Kieran Wells now. We've got 10 minutes left on the field for the big man. As Rossini goes out to the left again. Lachlan Cox trying to just blow past Jordan Lewis. As he's brought down. Out to the left now. It's going to be Lennox Prakash. Bumping off one. A big hit there. Lennox Prakash just putting on a shot. And that is exactly why we should be allowed to count them, Snicko. But you persist that they should not be. As Rossini.
Defense wins premierships, Phil. You know this.
I do know this. You know what else wins premierships? Points. As Chaz Dingo now through the line. On the wing, Chaz Dingo able to get a goosey, but not away from Yigo Maikazi. As they go, Raymond. Now goes to Simon Hunt. Also, how dare you lecture me on what wins a premiership? Your fingers are just bare. Bare fingers. Anyway, Jack Carl. Playing it out to left. Now goes Murray. Goes to Dingo. Steps. Dingo down the sideline. Oh, a beautiful step on the inside. Almatonga goes flying. And Chaz Dingo will race away under the sticks to cut the lead down to 30.
I feel, you know the meme? Player runs away to try. Scores a great try. Very good from Dingo. And then, yeah, cuts the lead to 30.
I mean, that's a fantastic try. Chaz Dingo.
Yeah, I think that the swap's been very good for the Broncos. Chaz Dingo's had a couple of good moments already. And yeah, made mincemeat of our right edge at the moment.
Yeah, he's had a good couple of runs. And if you just keep passing to Dingo, comeback season, I reckon, baby. I feel you don't share that same sentiment.
No, I don't think that is the plan from the Broncos, nor should it be.
I think it should be, and it is.
I think they should just feed Ant-Man the ball and whoever comes back on in their 8 and just watch the carnage.
Okay, fair enough. As with just over 20 minutes to go, subs will be coming on shortly. Teams will be locked in for the last 15 minutes when we hit that 65th minute mark. And, I mean, this is a huge lead. Just an absolutely monumental. And I'm actually really annoyed at myself right now because I'm pretty sure I forgot to put my tip on. And I have. So I'll make sure I do that for the rest of the games. But...
Oh, yeah, I'll do it 1-8 anyway, just based on history of these games.
No, I definitely would have gone Dolphins 19+. Actually, I would have specifically said at one point Dolphins 28 points up in the 59th minute. I don't know if I can get away with that. Anyway, Anthony Lee brought down there. They go to the right. Jordan Lewis. Has anyone scored a double for you guys?
No, points have been shared so far.
There you go. That's huge. And same for the Broncos, of course. That's Jack Carl. Puts a kick in. That's a good kick there from the captain. As Tyler Amatangi, what can he do here? There's a bit of a gap through the middle of the field, and luckily Corey Bell knew exactly where Amatangi was running. That's experience there. The Dolphins, they're going to have to run it out of their own half here.
Yeah, Wells with a good start there. Some good cover defense, I think. If I may speak on the Broncos without being out of turn, I think we were breaking our tackles and getting big line breaks, whereas when they were breaking their tackles, our cover defense was starting to get there. And in the second half, they've tightened that up a bit. And you can sort of see that's why we've been limited to not as many points so far. Or rather, not as many meters per set.
Yeah, I see. As Balbroa playing the ball there, 35 out from the line, and not a big meterage set. Some good defense from the Broncos there. As Dingo takes the kick return and goes for the middle, brought down by Wells, as he'll be coming off very shortly now. They go Raymond, now goes to Corey Bell. He steps around one, brought down by...
That's what I mean. Break the first tackle, then good coverage. That's what the Broncos were lacking that first half.
Yeah, I mean, the Dolphins, they're good at it. They're notably good at this. They're notorious for their sliding defense.
Don't steal my secrets, Will.
So basically, the secret to the Dolphins' defense is just be able to slide really easily, and that's exactly what they've been able to execute so far. I thought the pass was on, but it was a big shot instead.
Anthony Boom!
What's the score?
That's 6-1, and if Anthony Boom's getting involved, there's some big issues for this Broncos forward pack.
I mean, he does bring the boom, so that's a big hit. That is in more ways than one. As Almatangi just blasts past the first line, brought down by Bell, but the Dolphins just able to heat up once more. As Anthony Boom driven back on the tackle there. Third tackle. Out to the right now they go Hugh Snow. Wells. Push back. Fourth there. Dolphins struggling to make meters past this halfway line. As they go. Lachlan Cox. Now Almatangi steps around one. And too far out for an attacking kick. It'll be a punt. As Snow in the pocket. Goes to the right side of the field. It's going to be Chaz Dingo again. The kick returner. Oh, Dingo. Races away. Gets away from two. But he's brought down by Oshaola. And that could have almost been another try there for Chaz Dingo. I told you, he's the danger man.
Yeah, and if you notice, Tyler Almatangi was in the tackle on play 5, so he wasn't quite in position. So a bit of a danger sign there if Dingo could have got away.
Dingo again, just another good run down that left side. As third tackle here. The Broncos. Out to the right. Carl spreads the ball to Oliver.
Oh, I wanted that one.
Jeez, I can smell the bloodlust as Jordan Lewis.
A good set from the Broncos.
Very good. As here they go. 10 metres out. They go to Carl. He puts a kick
well
up.
Placed.
It's perfectly placed. And it's going to be batted back. But Anthony Boom, he's in a position. He's going to be in a bit of space now. And he'll be brought down by Coda Diab. But that was a great take from Anthony Boom. He did a big old loop. And if he didn't do the loop, he probably would have made it down to the other end.
He is 99 speed, 99 acceleration. But yeah, he's just embracing that forward block. We don't go 100 meters.
No, that is true. Snicker Balbroa playing the ball out to the right. Yigo Maikazi. Brought down there. Fourth tackle. Right again. What's his name again? Katoni
Boucher.
The water boy himself, and he's done... Actually, I think the water boy has worked harder than him tonight. So maybe he needs to live up to his name a bit more.
Great tackle.
Sharp, brought down.
He was isolated out there, Cooper Speedman, and yeah, the one-on-one had to be made.
Yeah, easy stuff, and that's the bread and butter of Cooper Speedman. Really good first half in attack, and a notable performance in defense as well. He is a very good centre, so it's good to see him continue to thrive in that position for the Dolphins. As they go. Now it's Eddie Oliver. Straight to the line. Oliver, he's away here. He got on the outside of Almatangi, gets the ball away, and it's going to be Boucher. An intercept, and that is just an opportunity gone begging. Just pushing the pass there, Eddie Oliver. Now it's Snicker Balbroa brushing straight past the former captain. Almost to the halfway line now, the Dolphins, and this is a bit of a counter-attack now.
Yeah, the game's stagnated maybe the last 10 minutes. I want to see some flair now, some action. You know what, from either team, just give me something.
A win is not enough for you? Question mark. As Yigo Maikazi straight through, flicks it away. Hugh Snow, that's a great run there from Yigo as he just continues to make his case.
I think it'll be him kicking as well.
Oh, this could be detrimental.
Oh no, Speedman.
Oh, that's not a great kick. Not really any chases there as Dingo comes away with it, and Snicker Balbroa able to make the tackle. Well done, mate.
Thanks.
Well done. Well done. Because Dingo, if he gets away there, he is truly gone.
Yeah, just on
And now-
Yegor's kicking, like, he's had 2 try assists off bombs in this sort of portion of the game. So not the worst option, which is strange.
Yeah, as Jack Carl goes to Corey Bell. Straight through, stepping one. Brought down by Almatangi, and they just haven't been able to get on the outside of Almatangi very often tonight. And that has made it so they can't get as many meters as they definitely want. As Lewis, driven back, 5th and last.
Big chance here for Chapman.
Could be.
Or
Well,
Marcus.
If Chapman doesn't score a try, that's very unfortunate. As Marcus square, it could be Marcus, but no, Corey Bell able to hit the asthma puffer there and bring him down. As I go out to the right, it's going to be Rossini. Spreads it to Anthony Boone. Doesn't do much in that one. Second tackle. They go to the right. Now goes to Oshaole. Almatangi goes to Chapman. Can't put the footwork on.
He snaked that one. That ball was for Tony Boucher. And Chapman out of nowhere. He hasn't touched the ball for a moment and he's excited.
As Lachlan Cox straight to the line there.
Your eyes painted on, Will. That was backwards.
That was about as backwards as Brisbane as a city. It was...
Yeah, exactly.
Backwards. Right. A shack attack. Playing the ball. They go to the right. It's going to be Hugh Snow. Puts the kick up. Out the left side of the field now. Underneath it, it's going to be Eddie Lewis taking it well. Snow chasing an own kick, bringing him down. And the Broncos working their way out of their own corner now.
Yeah, good footy both sides of the ball there. Snow placed that perfectly to avoid the 7 tackle set. And then I think Eddie Lewis is a rookie still. He's done well there.
Certainly has. Anthony Lee passes it back on the inside. Now it's Jack Carl. Third tackle there. And just over 5 minutes left in the match. I don't know about you, but I feel like the Broncos can't quite come back now.
No, I don't think so either.
Amazing analysis, as always, Nico.
The game's been over since half time, Will. I'm not sure what you're trying to poke at there.
No, I was really hoping the Dolphins would lose this week. Anyway, Levi Raymond putting the kick in. It's nothing personal. It's just I don't like you. As Marcus squared. If any Dolphins players are watching, that is a joke. You're okay. Except for Diego Marcuzzi. As Anthony Boone plays the ball. Out to the right. Snow now goes to Almatangi. Puts the footwork on. Not much going there. Third tackle. Let's go out to the left. Now it's going to be Oshaole. Hugh Snow. Fourth there. As the Dolphins, they're just taking it easy now on the closing moments of the game. Nope, Speedman says, I'm not going to take it easy, thank you.
Hasn't he had a game?
He has had a game. He's had one of the all-time centre games. Every now and then we see a centre just have a tremendous game, not only just by centre standards, but any outside back standards. And he's had one of those games tonight. I think Cooper Speedman, really, really quality.
Yeah, poor Eddie Lewis won't need a shower tonight. Speedman's giving him a bath.
Speedman, talk to me here, Snicko. Where does his eligibilities lie? Oh, he's a bloody Queenslander. Never mind.
I know he's, Victoria originally, potentially Queensland now.
Oh, Victoria, you say? Is he a Storm fan by chance?
Storm for life, I believe.
Oh, it's rather interesting. Eddie Oliver, now taking the run. Oh, that was... I don't know if you heard anything, but I heard something very loud then. Yes, okay. As Galaxic goes to Carl, puts it up high. No chasers there as it's going to be Jackson Chapman coming away with it. And brought down by Dingo.
Give me one more. Give me something.
Hit me, baby, one more time, says Snicker Balbroa. As now it's going to be Oshaole through the line. Here we go. Oshaole with a bit of space ahead of him. Brought down past the halfway line. A minute to go. Can they get some more points? The Dolphins, it's been a very boring second half. There's only been 2 tries compared to the array. And yeah, I mean...
How'd he go to the outside back?
Shocking.
Poor Gallen areas.
So shocking player, rather. As Lachlan Cox, here we go. Gets the ball away. It's picked up by Oshaole. 6 again. They're not going to be able to use it. They'll have one play, maybe, if he can get the ball quickly. And here we go. One more play. They go to left. Tony Boucher. And he's just short. 80 minutes gone. 52 points of the game. But majority of those, the Dolphins, 40-12. A win here in Brisbane. And an absolutely an absolute pasting. A huge win here for the Dolphins to really help out their side as they continue their season and continue their run in the top 4.
Yeah, and the Broncos, unfortunately, I believe that takes them to 0-5. You might be able to fact check me there, but not the season
It sure does.
they would be wanting to have, especially with the quality of their team. As you look at some stats, the big one for me, time in possession, it was 32% at half time. They've ended up with 36% of the ball, and unfortunately, you just can't win SRL games when you're making 60 more tackles in the opposition. That's 10 whole sets that we had, more than the Broncos with the ball, and yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard life. They didn't get much possession that second half. It was a very hard fought game. They made a heap more tackles. And I mean, I think that the Broncos, they can, you either win or you learn. They're just going to get a bit of an education once more today.
Class
And I
was in
think next
session.
week, they're going to come back and they're going to, go again next week because that's what they do.
They'll come back stronger. They can't come back
Absolutely.
worse.
No, that would be.
Some individual stats.
I think they'll get some points next week. They've got the bye. As Chaz Dingo, 271 run meters, 8 line breaks. A try to his name as well. A big game from him. I thought he had a really good second half on the wing, and maybe that's where he finds himself more frequently. Lee, good game from him at left second row. 162
Very good game.
From 17 run meters. Made 16 tackles with only 2 missed. 4 line breaks. Good game from him. Oliver had a decent game at hooker as well, scoring that try at the first half. And that just goes, down in increments there. Carl, Lewis having decent games respectively.
Plays 30 tackles.
Huge. I was about to actually mention the tackles. 30 from plays, but quite a few missed tackles there from Jordan Lewis in the middle.
He had a tough matchup. That's valid.
He did. It was a tough game for him this week. I thought he actually played quite well when he had the ball, and he made 21 tackles. So he had a tough game tonight. So I think hats off to him, and hats off to a lot of these Broncos boys. I mean, not one point in their match did I think that they stopped trying. They were always making that effort. So I think that's a good sign for them.
Yeah, we'll look at some Dolphins now, and I might run through these ones. If you don't mind, William. Tyler Amatangi, 212. Huge. Jackson Chapman, where's he? 182, so just 40 metres in the second half. They definitely figured out he was a danger man, and they had to stay away from him. Rossini, 23 tackles, good as always. O'Shea Ole, 183 run meters with 3 line breaks. I can see him in a blue jersey right now. Cooper Speedman, 7 tackles, none missed with 100 meters is huge from the centre. I'd also like to highlight Sticko Balbroa, 119 tackles, 119 run meters, 14 tackles, none missed. That was a shift tonight. Lachlan Cox, 173 meters. The more I read, Will, the better these stats seem to get.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game, wasn't it? It was a really good game from the Dolphins. And that will go down as one of their best wins in club history so far.
It is good to get one over the Broncos, I must admit.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? Battle of Brisbane, Monday Night Football, a bigger stage couldn't be set.
Eviction papers coming soon. It was a long season, a long off season out of Suncorp Stadium, but we're back.
Okay, well said. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us tonight. It's been a pleasure having you.
Oh, hasn't it?
Football. It has been a pleasure for Snicko as well. He's going to go and get on the beers. We'll see you tomorrow night for more SRL action.